When I was a kid, my family lived in a small house near the city's water treatment plant. It wasn't in the best part of town, but it wasn't exactly dangerous either. The plant was huge, with rusty metal tanks and an old, creaky fence around it. The weirdest part, though, was the smell. The water was always this thick, gooey, black sludge that leaked out from the tanks and dripped down the sides of the building. It smelled like something rotten, and the smell always lingered in the air, especially when the wind blew just right. The other kids and I were always told to stay away from the plant. Our parents would warn us not to go near it. The older kids said it was because of the toxic chemicals inside, but something about the place always felt off. The fence was tall, topped with barbed wire, and you could barely see anything beyond it, except for the occasional flicker of light or movement in the distance. The lights, especially, always seemed to be active late at night, like they were on some sort of weird timer. The thing that bothered me the most, though, was that there were never any guards around. The plant was supposed to be important, right? But I never saw anyone patrolling the area. It seemed strange for such an industrial place, especially considering how many dangerous chemicals were in those tanks. No security cameras, no guards walking around, just empty land and loud hum of machinery. And those strange flickering lights at night. One evening, when I couldn't sleep, I decided to sneak out and get a closer look. I crept through the tall grass, careful not to make a sound, and got to the rusty wire fence. The ground was wet, and I could smell the horrible, thick water leaking from the plant, mixing with the damp air. As I peered through the gaps in the fence, I saw it. The lights were flickering across the back of the plant, and this time, they seemed to move like someone was walking around. The lights weren't just swaying in the wind. They were traveling from one part of the plant to another, stopping and starting in odd patterns.